So, if you've been searching for a proven, no-fluff way to actually make some money online using AI, then you are in exactly the right place. Today, we're going to break down a super simple blueprint from an expert who used this very strategy to earn some pretty incredible income.
And yeah, when I say incredible income, I mean it. Look at this number. This isn't some theoretical what-if figure. This is the actual amount of money that the person who came up with this method earned. It's real-world proof that keeping things simple can be ridiculously powerful.
And here is the core promise, the thing that makes this so different. It's all about being simple and fast. We're talking about getting started without spending any money on creation, without the headache of building a website, and without dropping cash on ads. It takes away all those typical barriers to entry.
Okay, let's get something straight right now. What this is a totally beginner-friendly, practical way to get your very first sales online. It's real, it's doable. What it's not is some kind of get-rich-quick fantasy that promises you'll be making $10,000 a month by next Tuesday. Nope. The real goal here is just to prove the concept works by making that first sale.
So here it is, the entire strategy in just 3 simple steps. That's the whole business model right there. See, we're not trying to reinvent the wheel. We're just going to find a market that's already hot, create a really focused solution for them, and then put that solution right in front of people who are already looking to buy. Let's break down how.
All right, that brings us to step 1, find a winner. And this is absolutely crucial. We are not going to guess what might sell. We're not going to rely on our gut. We're going to use cold, hard data from the biggest store on the planet to prove our idea is a good one before we do any of the work.
I mean, this is the million-dollar question, right? How do you know if your idea is a passion project or a profitable product? Well, the amazing thing is, Amazon, the very platform we're going to use, literally gives us the answer for free. And the key to it all is this little thing called the bestsellers rank, or BSR for short. Every single book on Amazon has one. You can just think of it like a giant leaderboard. The book with a BSR of number 1 is the best-selling book on the whole site. A book with a rank of, say, 500,000. Not selling so much. All you have to remember is this. The lower the BSR number, the better it's selling. Which brings us to our magic number. According to the expert behind this strategy, if you can find a handful of books on your topic that have a BSR under 80,000, that's your green light. That is a loud and clear signal that people are consistently buying books on that topic. This is your benchmark for a winning idea. Let's make this super real for a second. Let's say you're interested in the topic of decluttering. So you pop over to Amazon, type it in, and click on a few of the top books. You scroll down the page to the product details, and boom, there's the BSR. You'll see tons of them with ranks in the thousands, way, way below our 80,000 cutoff. And just like that, in a couple of minutes, you've confirmed that decluttering is a winning topic.
Okay, so you've got your validated topic. Now we move on to step 2, create with AI. And this, my friends, is where everything changes. This is where we use modern technology to go from just an idea to a finished product at lightning speed. Before you even think about writing, you have to answer this question. Think about it. People buy nonfiction books to solve a problem they have. So your very first prompt to an AI like ChatGPT isn't, hey, write me a book. It's more like, for my topic of decluttering, what is the single biggest problem I can solve for my reader? This one question focuses your entire project from the get-go. The actual workflow is really systematic. So, once the AI helps you nail down that core problem, you ask it to create a super detailed outline for a book that solves it. Then you go chapter by chapter, prompting it to write the first draft. But, and this is the most important part, the final step is all you. That's where you come in to edit, to refine, and to add your own unique voice and value. And let's be absolutely crystal clear on this. AI is your assistant. It is not your replacement. Using it as a tool to do the heavy lifting of research and drafting is smart. That's how you move fast. But if you just lazily copy and paste whatever it spits out, you're going to end up with a low-quality book that nobody wants to buy. Your job is to be the director, the editor, the one who makes sure the final product is actually helpful. And now for the final beautiful piece of the puzzle. Step 3, sell on Amazon. We have a validated idea. We have a product we created with our AI assistant. Now it's time to put it where the people are. You know, the logic here is just pure common sense, but so many people get it backward. Why would you spend months trying to build your own little website and then desperately try to drive traffic to it when you can just put your product on a shelf in a store where millions of people are already shopping for things just like yours every single day?
And this, right here, is why this strategy is so brilliant. Just look at all the heavy lifting that Amazon does for you. You don't have to build a website. They are the website. You don't have to worry about processing credit cards. They do it. You don't have to figure out how to deliver the digital book. They handle it. They even take care of basic customer service. All you have to do is create a great product and upload it.
So we've covered the 3 steps to get your book out there. But what happens after that? What happens after you get that first sale? Let's talk about what it looks like to really prove this model and scale it up.
I really want to hammer this point home. That first sale, it's everything. Forget about getting rich overnight. That one sale is the ultimate proof. It proves to the world, and more importantly, it proves to you that you can find a need, create a solution, and actually sell it online. Everything else grows from that one single victory.
And scaling up from that first win is actually pretty straightforward. You just do more of what already worked. First, you get better. You create higher quality books. Then, you just create more of them, finding other winning topics. And finally, you can expand into new formats, like paperbacks or even audiobooks, which, by the way, Amazon also helps you do. So when you boil it all down, what you're left with is this incredibly simple, powerful, and repeatable loop. 1. Find a profitable topic using data. 2. Create a genuinely helpful book with AI as your assistant. 3. List it on the world's biggest bookstore. And 4. Just repeat the process.
So, there you have it, the complete A to Z blueprint. It's simple, it's driven by data, and it uses powerful tools that are free to get started with. The only question left is the one you see right here. You have the method now. So, what problem are you going to solve first?